Hey guys, welcome back to After 12. Hey, thank you for bearing with me while I get some structures in place to get this going. First and foremost, I hope you guys are having a great day. Realistically, what you can expect from this channel is 2 to 3 uploads a week here in the near future and moving forward as we dive into this. It's almost aching to come out of me at this point, and I'm also starting to feel like there's a duty and a responsibility to share some of this stuff. I'm not saying this is the only method to exit 12-step recovery. I'm not saying this is the only way you can stay clean or sober. Outside of that, what I'm here to share with you is experiential. What I'm here to share with you is the only thing that I'm qualified to speak on, and that's what I did and the results that I got from it. That at this point I would consider pretty undeniable. It's been almost a decade since I exited, and my life is pretty stellar, and it continues to improve. So I want to jump into how it works. There's a couple very important questions that are going to be the fundamental backbone of anything else that I produce content-wise, any other experience that I share. And I'm not saying you won't get results without answering these couple of questions, but I do know that it will dramatically improve your results. You will be astonished at how it almost starts to feel like time collapses. And so what are they? Well, nearly a decade ago when I really started contemplating my exit, I could have given you a very long list of all the things that I didn't want and all the things that I didn't like, and I bet you've got your own list as well. And in spite of the pain that I was in from the things in me that had not been healed, in spite of the pain that I was feeling from what at the time felt like an onslaught of people trying to persuade me to stay, or you're going to relapse, or you're going to die, or any number of these other things, the vision that did keep all of that in check at least long enough for me to make my exit and start finding other things that could heal those, it was, what do you want? Not what I don't want. Most people don't want pain and suffering. Most people don't want to be in unhappy situations where they're unfulfilled, where they don't feel like they're heard, where they just don't feel like it's for them anymore, or they're not getting the results they want. So you're probably very clear at this point about what you don't want. In fact, you probably had a conversation with someone today or last week about that. But you got to get clear on what you do want. That's the most important question. That's going to be the backbone behind anything else that you hear me talk about, is what do you want? And it starts with your reason for leaving. Do you really want to stay sober? Do you really want to stay clean? Because if you don't, go ahead and let yourself off the hook on that one, so you don't at least have the guilt of telling yourself over and over again. So I had to get very clear on that as I was exiting. Is that really what I wanted? And it 100% was, and it 100% still is. But there were some other wants that I had to get clear on. You know, it seemed like within a span of a couple months, the community, the friendships that I had went down to, just people started vanishing left and right. And it did not occur to me until that moment that my entire friend base, my entire community was made up of people in 12-step recovery. And as I saw that vacancy start to show up in my life, I got very clear on the fact that I wanted a community around me. I wanted close friends, those OG ride or dies that you can call in the middle of the night and be like, hey bro, I got this body, and they don't even ask any fucking questions. They're just like, cool, where you want me to meet you at? I knew I wanted community. Also at that point in my life, I'd gotten up to around 300 pounds because the relationship that I had with food was just still so unhealthy. And I knew I wanted to take better care of my body. I knew I wanted more in the sense of nutrition and physical fitness. I knew I wanted wanted to be able to communicate in healthier ways to other humans. Because basically at that point in my life, if we weren't talking about 12-step recovery, if we weren't talking about the big book, my ability to hold a conversation with you outside of what I was doing for work at the time was non-existent. Absolutely non-existent. You know, I could look people in the eye at that point. I wasn't like the doing this thing, but what would come out of my mouth was just a bunch of stuttering, a bunch of not much of anything. And you don't have to have all this ironed out right now. As you evolve, as you grow, what you want is going to change, and it's going to evolve and grow with you. But for the sake of where you're starting at right now, if you've made it to this channel, if you're watching these videos, you got to get clear on what you want. You can do it without getting clear. You're not going to get the same results, and you're not going to get them in the same amount of time. And then the other really important question. So we got, what do you want? But now we got to get clear on why you want that. Well, why did I want to stay sober? Why did I want to stay clean from drugs? Why did I want these friends? Why did I want this community? Why did I want to lose some weight? Why did I want to take better care of my body? Why did I want to learn how to communicate in healthier ways with other humans? He who has his why, she who has her why, you can bear anyhow once you get clear on your why. So, that's my invitation to you today. Get clear, get crystal clear before the next video drops of what do you want and why do you want it. Not what you don't want. What do you want and why do you want it? And if you're not super clear, if you're having a hard time writing more than one or two things, what do you want to feel? Because at the end of the day, isn't it the feeling that we want rather than the actual thing? So let's unpack this a little here. I wanted to stay sober. Well, why did I want to stay sober? Because of the feelings that come with that. Feeling in a better mood, feeling happier, feeling joyous. All of those things that were promised in that blue book. But let's go a little deeper. See, there's no end to how clear you can get. There's no end to the depth of clarity you can have on what you want and why you want it. Why would I want to, let's just pick another one, take better care of my body and lose weight? Well, I bet I'm going to feel more confident. I know I'm going to feel more comfortable, at least in the morning when I'm putting my shoes on, because I don't have to hold my breath and risk passing out just to try to get my shoes on. See, I want that feeling that comes with it. I want to feel like I look good, like I feel good, like my body, in this body, feel comfortable in it. Why would I want to build a community? Why would I want to improve my communication? Why would I want a solid core group of friends? Well, look at the feelings that come with all of those. Doesn't it feel good to be in a deep, authentic connection with other humans? Doesn't it feel good to know that you've got some people in your life that you can count on? Doesn't it feel good to know that you can look someone else in the eye and have a pretty epic conversation about whatever, whether it be your friends or romantic partners? So you want the feeling that's going to come with all of that. I wanted the feeling that came with all of that. So if you're not super clear on what you want, you at least know what you want to feel. So what do you want and why do you want it? Get clear on those. And I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for showing up for me. Thank you for showing up for the people in your world. And I'll see you guys next time.